Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers preview and analysis of this Week 5 game against the Denver Broncos. A must-win game, in my opinion, for Pittsburgh. Denver coming into this one 3-1, Pittsburgh 1-3. Here are some things to look for. Denver's offense and their team overall, they're not super flashy. They don't have a lot of superstar household names, especially offensively, but they're just a really well-coached, technically sound team that doesn't really beat themselves, especially offensively. They're a little more old school. They run the football more often than a lot of teams with Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, kind of a 1A, 1B thing with Williams getting more play time against the Ravens last week, and Gordon's got a leg injury, so you might see more Javonte Williams, who's a really kind of bowling ball MJD kind of runner. But just overall, especially assuming that Teddy Bridgewater starts a quarterback for him. And I think he will. That's not been confirmed by the time I'm recording this, but that seems to be the track things are on. Just a really efficient quarterback, completing over 70% of his passes, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and just playing really good ball for them. And so their offense is again, lacking the big plays. They only have one completion of 40 plus yards this year. They don't get a ton of splash. They don't have one big playmaker the way that the Packers had Devontae Adams, the Raiders had Darren Waller, the Bills had Stephon Diggs. But there's just a lot of weapons. Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, Tim Patrick's a really underrated kind of sure-handed slot type of receiver for this team. And again, their ground game is kind of where they start off at. For Pittsburgh in this one, it really starts with the run defense, which has not been good enough in the last 2 weeks. You don't want obviously Denver to be in third manageable type situations. Their third down offense overall has not been especially good this year. So if you can put them in third and long, that'll be benefit. That's obvious for any game. I understand that, but Pittsburgh's run defense, I think, is where it starts. That'll allow you to create more pressure because if they're in third and short and they're on schedule, assuming again the Teddy's a quarterback, Bridgewater's so quick with the ball that it's really hard to get to him. So you might want to pressure him and get after the quarterback some. But if the ball's coming out, 3 steps and it's out, then your pressure's never going to get home. So you're going to have to put this Broncos team in some uncomfortable third and 7+ situations. That starts with winning on first down and stopping the run. Defensively, it's a good unit, and it's a Broncos team that's been a little tough to figure out because their 3 wins have come against teams with a combined 2-10 record: the Jets, the Giants, and the Jaguars. But they're again a fundamentally sound team. They're gap sound. They chase the football well. They have a superstar in Von Miller who's having a great season coming back from injury last year. I would probably say to get this run game going, you're going to want to probably run between the guards, run up the middle, not a lot of zone, not a lot of outside perimeter stuff because their edge guys, especially Vaughn, are so good. So Denver's run defense has been stout, but I think you can get 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust. That won't be pretty. You won't get probably any big runs out of it. Hopefully you do, but the way things have gone, probably not. The way the Broncos have defended things so far this season, but just to get some semblance of a run game, to stay out of negativity, I think just kind of running ahead, getting what you can, letting Harris push the pile forward is the way to go. In coverage, I would say Denver's more of a zone team than a man team. They're capable of playing both. I would caution on third down. Watch out for number 31, Justin Simmons. He's made some big plays against Pittsburgh on defense and special teams over the years. They'll drop him down. They'll have him become the lurk robber defender and take away crossing patterns. So stuff more outside the numbers is kind of where I think I would go, and that's the Steelers' game plan in most weeks anyway. So their blitz numbers are up a bit. I didn't see a ton of that on tape, to be honest with you. They're more situational end to half type stuff. Well, they really kind of pressure the quarterback, but their rush overall has been good. Von Miller leading the team with 4.5 sacks, and watch out for Caden Stearns, a rookie safety, I believe, out of Texas, with 2 sacks this week, or 2 sacks this season, I should say, both against Baltimore. So he's a guy that's made some plays for them, another weapon in that secondary. So overall, when it comes to my prediction for this game, I kind of have a head heart thing going on. My head says the Broncos are probably going to win this one because I think they're just the more technically sound team. They don't beat themselves the way that Pittsburgh often does. But my heart says with Pittsburgh, having I think more talent, capable of making more big plays, and just needing this win more. I know that's such a trite thing to say. This team really needs it. It does not always translate to wins. But I'm going Pittsburgh in this one, 20-17. Think it'll be a really close game, come down to the wire, fourth quarter type stuff, and hopefully Pittsburgh's able to eke this one out. I think that's kind of the way it'll be. Won't be a big win for either team. I think it's more likely that Denver wins big than Pittsburgh wins big, but I think overall it will be a close competitive game. And again, Pittsburgh needs this one. You drop to 1-4 in this AFC North, this AFC, you could almost kiss your season goodbye before it even begins. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you watching. Let me know your score prediction in the comments below as well. Like and subscribe if you guys have not done so already. We'll be recapping this game, of course, Sunday and throughout next week. Appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you soon.